Tony Blair says the bombing of Belgrade's television station was entirely justified. At least 10 people are said to have been killed and more are missing in the rubble. The NATO summit's rejected peace moves. The bombing goes on. Good evening. The NATO summit in Washington tonight committed the alliance to carry on bombing the Serbs until all its demands over Kosovo were met. The campaign itself has been extended to include a wide range of targets regarded as important to the regime. An overnight raid on the main television station in Belgrade is said to have killed 10 of the people working there. As many as 20 others are reported to be missing and may be buried in the rubble. Tony Blair said attacking the television studios was entirely justified. The BBC's John Simpson is in Belgrade. His report has been seen but not changed by the Serb censors.
The station was hit soon after 2 o'clock in the morning. On recent nights, there have been around 100 people in the building at this time, technicians, journalists, broadcasting staff and others. An announcer had just introduced yet another rerun of an interview President Milosevic had done with a local American television station when the explosion happened and the transmission was cut. The station is right in the middle of a heavily populated area in the center of Belgrade. The rescue services were on hand in a matter of minutes, trying to find survivors in the rubble. It was a difficult and sometimes dangerous job. By the time it was light, the full extent of the destruction was clear. Videotape fluttered from the trees nearby. People who had been evacuated from the television station still seemed dazed by what had happened to them. Several times over the past couple of weeks, there have been stories that NATO might be about to bomb this place. And yet the television station workers kept on coming here night after night, even though that's the most dangerous time of all. Every time I came here to satellite some material, I'd ask them, why do you still keep coming? And they believed that it wouldn't be this building that was hit, but the transmitter. A government minister, Goran Matic, had arrived to examine the damage.
It's stupidity, it's a criminal act, it's an act against our people, against citizens, against civilians.
But the reason why this was bombed was because, according to NATO, it was a propaganda station, just putting out President Milosevic's propaganda, not giving a fair account of what was happening in Kosovo, for instance, with the refugees.
It isn't real reasons, it's lies.
Then we made our way inside the building. This is where the foreign television teams in Belgrade came every day and night to send out their reports. It was also the home of President Milosevic's most powerful propaganda weapon, a television service which assured people that the only crimes which were being committed were NATO's doing, that the clearing out of ethnic Albanians from Kosovo was NATO's responsibility, and that international opinion was increasingly supportive of President Milosevic. The staff who broadcast these things have paid a heavy price for it, including those who scarcely did much in the propaganda war at all. These, for instance, are the ruins of a makeup studio, and the foot sticking out of the rubble belongs to a makeup lady who was on overnight duty. But even if the overnight staff didn't believe that NATO would hit the building, the management of the television service had made its preparations. At 7 in the morning, Serbian television was back on the air, broadcasting from the transmitters of an independent television station. Altogether, Serbian television had been off the air for little over 4 hours. John Simpson, BBC News, Belgrade.